Hello guys, welcome back. So in this video we are going to take a look at the important Linux command that is important for data engineers or let's say AI engineers who are working on the huge set of data. So if you are basically on this coming from this field, then you might be working on Apache, Spark, Hadoop, Kafka, Docker, container, Kubernetes. So all these platforms that we are seeing here is basically backed by Linux, and knowing Linux command will always help you to navigate the files and also the folders, and you can check the logs, you can modify the data, you can do so many things there. Yeah, you can automate the workflow, you can manage the infrastructure and all such things. So in first part of video I will go through the essential commands that is needed for I think these are very basic. It doesn't matter you are a data engineer or software developer or backend developer or front end. And these are like basic commands that every engineer should know. And nowadays you can just practice on your Windows machine as well. Before it was only like you can only practice those things on Linux and Ubuntu. But now you can run on Windows as well through WSL. Our next set of command is going to be how do you visualize the file data. So for example, here you have this user CSV, then everybody knows the cat command, but there are more like a head command where you would like to see something from the top, and similarly the tail from the bottom, and tail minus f. Everybody is aware about this command. Maybe you have seen it before when you were streaming the live logs. Next section we are going to take a look at search and filtering commands. And here, how do you filter the large set of data with your, for example, if you just need an error, how do you filter only error from those log files? How do you make it case sensitive? So you will find like a grep command, find command to locate the files, again to check how many counts and all such things. You can do it through these commands. Data processing command is going to be the most important for data engineers, because here you are sort of working on let's say huge set of data, and you can work efficiently. You can filter them based on some delimiter, and you can, for example, for CSV file you can display some columns, and yeah, all such things you can do. Similarly, you can sort the data, you can filter the duplicates. Pipe command is going to be important because this is how you connect two commands, and output of one command will be going to be the input of the next command. And here yeah, you have the second example, disk utilization. These are sort of also necessary to know. For example, how do you check the folder size? So this is important. It's top, and top is actually monitoring tools. Here you have the nice visualization with the improved UI. Next set of command is networking commands. For example, if you'd like to check the connectivity of remote server from your system, you can use ping command. Again, for HTTP request, you have this curl wget to download file from remote website, and SSH, it will connect your remote server through port 22. SCP command to copy the files from local to remote server. Permissions, many times you need to change the permissions, so this is how do you do that. Compression files, you have to zip and unzip, so these are the commands you will use. Real life CSV files, and tell how this is how you do. The first set of command is the basic, these pw ls cd, how to make a directory and all. So this is how you will check where at what location you are currently in. Ls command will give you the list of files and folders. For example, here I have one file called project. Ls will give you the the folder and the files. You can check the hidden, you can also check the details through -l, and it will give you the file and folder in details. So for example, this is the size of the file, and yeah, if you'd like to check the hidden files, you can again run, you just have to put a at the end, and you will see the hidden files as well. So in our case, you have, these are the hidden files: bash history, bash directory, and cache. To create a file, you can use touch command. So like test file.txt. So if you do ls-l, then we have just created this text file, and it has been created just now. and you can see these are the permissions that it has. So this is a file type of file, and if it is a directory, then you have D at the start. And let me explain this as well, because here I think this is important. So we did ls minus l, and we have these are the files and folders in my present working directory. Basically, I'm at home directory. So the first three character that you are seeing is one set of permission, another three is second set of permission, third is another set of permission, and this is the owner. The first that you are saying, this is the owner, this is the group. So in our case, we are at the owner user, and also the group is Ubuntu. And this is the size of the file, this is when it was created, and this is the file name. Okay, and for example, if you'd like to change the permission, so here you can see currently, like, the guest that is like at the end of 3 does not have right permission, and also the group does not have the right permission. So in case if you'd like to add the right permission here, then you can do something like this. Before we do, you need to know the number. Like, read has been represented by 4 and write is 2, and execution, like if you want to make the file executable, it is just a numerical number that you have to remember, 421. So if you'd like to give like full permission, then you do something like 4 plus 2 plus 1, so this will be 7. 7 means you have like a complete permission: read, write, and execute. For example, if it is just read and write, then it will be 6. So similarly, we can assign the permission as well. So let's go back and see what permission we have currently. So right now, owner, this is the owner, has the full permission, this one. So what we can do, and this is the group. So group has only read permission, no write and no execute. So if you would like to add write and execute to the group, then we can execute this command. 7, we just would like to keep the owner of this file as like complete access or full access. So 7, it has read, write, and execute access. And if we do, let's say for the group, if we would like to keep like again would like to give the right permission, then read is 4 and write is 2, so we just use 6. And let's say for guest, we don't want to give any permission, so it will be 7660, and you have to give the file name. So I have this AWS app log here. Now if I do ls minus l, you can see owner has the full permission, that's okay. And now the group that is open to here, this part, has read, write access, no execution, no execute access, and of course the guest does not have any access as of now. So this is how you change the permission inside a file. So let's go back and see more commands. So another command is cp command. So for example, here we have server.log, and we have this project folder as well. So before, let's create a directory. So this is how you create a directory. You can use like test. Currently we don't have a test directory here, so let's create it. Now we have a test directory. What we can do, and if I do ls to test, don't have anything inside ls. And for example, if you would like to move this file, or let's say copy this file from current directory that we are in currently to this test, then what we can do, cp, and then you have the source. The source would be customer data, this one, and destination would be test. So now if I do ls minus test, you can see we have one folder, one file inside test directory. By the way, there is another cool feature. You can use this tree command. You can install it, and it will give you the, let's say, the whole like picture of what are the files and folders will look like. So if I do like tree here, if I have this project, right, so let's go inside. cd command you can use to go inside the folder, and if you do ls, then these are the files that we have, and we can just come out to the parent directory using cd double dot. And if we do tree and then project, it will give us the whole file and project structure of this one. So we have this folder as a project, and these are the files that is available here inside. Now let's close this one. Let's go back. What other commands we have? We also have a move command and delete command. So again, going back here, we have this test file. If we would like to move this one from, let's say, from this current folder to our test folder, then we can use move command. And again, this is the source test file, and destination would be test folder. And if we go inside test, do ls, then you have like this file as well that we have moved, this test dot this one. And if you go back here, then you can see there is no test file here. So move will actually remove the file from your current system, and it will kind of, you can imagine it as a cut paste sort of thing. And copy command is like a copy paste. So in order to delete a file or folder, what you can do, you can use remove operator. And let's go inside cd and test, do ls, and to remove this one, we use rm. Okay, what are the files inside? Okay, these are the files. You can use tree always. So to remove, for example, this file, I can simply use rm minus, not minus, but the name of the file, and it will remove simply. And you can see now this test file is gone. And in order to, let's say, remove the complete directory, you have to give something called rf, like recursively, and so use it with, like, really, you should be really careful executing this one, otherwise you will never do something like this, otherwise it will be a huge issue. So you do rf, and I'm just going to delete my test folder. So after this one, if you see, there is no test folder here. So these are like very basic command that you should be familiar as a data engineer. The next set of command that we will see is how do you visualize the data that is already there in some file, or maybe in some folder. So yeah, we are going to see how you can use these commands. So again, if we do tree, then these are the files and folder that we have currently. And let's say if you would like to see the data from here, so one option is we can just simply do like a cat AWS log app log, and these are one. I have this sample file. So yeah, it's kind of messy, it has just displayed everything. And imagine if this file is in some GB or something, it will kind of, file size is really huge, then this command will probably, usually what you do in this case is, if you'd like to visualize the data from top, then you use not cat, but you can use like a head, and then you will only see like 20 character, 20 set of data from top. 1 2 3 4 5 6, I think only 10. Yeah, so you will see only 10 set of rows from the file. Again, you can do the tell, and tell is really important in case you'd like to see the latest log. So this is how you do the tell. Another important tell command is you do tell -f, and you give the file name. So that means it will display the files in real time. So if in production logs, the logs are being inserted every time, like on real time. So if you like to see the streaming logs, you can use this command tell -f, and you can basically see the streaming logs here. Less command, if your file size is really huge, then you can use less command, and it will only display like a safe number of character from the file. So these are set of commands that you will use to visualize the data and see what is inside a file, and you can investigate on that one. Another set of command is how do you search and filter something from the file. So let's see what we have it here. If I go to cd and let's go to one project, So we are here. Now here inside this project folder, I have these like app history, server logs, and py and something. And let's say we would like to filter some error. You can also go to the parent one. I have another. Ls. I have server.log here, AWS app log. So if I do cat and AWS app log, so these are the data that it has. And imagine I would like to filter the error. So all the error that you are seeing here, if you would like to filter, then you can use the grep command. And the way you use like a grep, and you give the whole the string that you would like to search, and then the file name. So I have AWS app log, and you can see it has only displayed where we have the error. So this is how you can filter the error. Now to, let's say in some case you have error and also you have like capital error right here, so you can use -i, that will ignore the character. So now you can see you also displaying the error here that you are having. Another okay, so for example, if you would like to search something recursively, so here if I see like tree, and let's say we have error here in the AWS log file, and also if I see server.log, probably if you have error here as well. So the way you do it is you grep the error recursively, grep, and you do something like, let's say you give like a current folder, and it will show you all the error that you have in your file. Okay, so I'm just grabbing the grep command, excuse me. Let's say do the error, and it will display the error that you have, in the files, and in current folder or in subfolder. So it is giving you the file name as well, like AWS log, you have bash rc, you have the error here. Yeah, so this is how you use the grep command. Here the permission is denied because this probably is owned by root, and we are currently not a root, but it doesn't matter. A find command is used in case you would like to, let's say, find some file name inside a server. Then you use the find. For example, here if I do go inside project, we have like app.py, and if you would like to find this file, then you can use this find command, find. So we would like to use like inside project, and yeah, you can give name of the file, and anything star.py. So yeah, I mean, if only we are looking for this one, then we can give the full name, but if you're looking for all the Python files inside the project, it will display like we have two files here. You can see app.py and also the server.py, and this is how you can use the find command. Another command is if we have a CSV file here, customer data, and you would like to check how many records we have inside customer data, then it will display, okay, we have 101 number of rows inside the CSV file. So that was for search and filtering commands. Next set of command is data processing command. Here you will use how you can work with awk command, cut seed, that is stream editor, and how do you sort unorganized, organized data, how do you filter out duplicates. So these are the commands that we are going to take a look. So for this purpose, I have a file here, CSV data here, customer CSV data, and if I do ls, then you can see we have it here. So awk command is basically used to, let's say, you can print something, like for example, if you like to print entire row, you can use 0, but if you like to print like a first column, then you do like $1, and it will print the first row inside this file. And if I do like customer data here, you can see we are saying like, okay, now it is displaying every data. But imagine if you'd like to filter only like the name, Shannon, Kelly, Nicole. So this is like a 2, right? So data 1 and data 2, column 1 and column 2. So we can do that here. You again run the awk command and customer data, and we do 2, and we need to give our delimiter, and that is nothing but comma. So because it's CSV file, so delimiter is going to be comma. And if you run this one, you will see the name of all the users here. Okay, now for example, if you'd like to see whether we have a, if you'd like to sort this user, you can use, okay, let's not do in this because we are going to use the pipe command for that one. But yeah, there is another command called cut command that is also like awk command, but it has a slightly different syntax and more or less do the same thing. So you use delimiter as a, again as a comma. And okay, let's see what we have it here. Cat like head and customer CSV. So here you are saying we have the company and company name is this one. So, and here you have a country and the address and all such things. So for example, if you like to retrieve the email ID, right, then you have like column 2, column 3, and this is the column 4. Okay, so we can give here, we can run cut command and delimiter is going to be comma, and then you will then you do like f the 4, because fourth column is the email address, and you will the file name customer data. So this is how you have filtered out the email. Okay, now you can do the sort as well. So if you'd like to sort this email ID based on alphabet character, then you can do sort, and it will, you can see that, yeah, it has been sorted out based alphabetically. So that is how you will use the sort command. And similarly, you can also use the distinct command. So you do the sort and then you do the unique command, unique. So now it has filtered out the unique email ID. I mean, here it does not make sense. Probably every customer has a unique email ID, but you get the point. This is how you do you apply the unique command. Let's go back to the another set of command, that is seed. Seed is nothing but when you'd like to replace something from a file, then you can think of it like a find something and change it. So you are going to find here, you run this seed command. It's like a stream editor, and this error that you are seeing here, error is being replaced by the success. Usually you don't do that, but this is just an example. Let's see that. Now we have we can also create some file here. Let's say vim something like error dot log, application dot log or something, application dot log. So knowing a little bit about Vim Editor is also important, which I'm going to explain. You have already seen how I have opened this one. So when you press escape, you change the mode. So now to go to the insert mode, you need to press I, and you are in insert mode. You can see the screen here. It has been, yeah, it is saying okay, insert mode is on. So you can type something like hello. This is just an example, simple data, and you can put some error, problem with data access, and success maybe successful file transfer. This is just an example. Okay, so to come out of the insert mode, you again press escape and then column and then write and quit. So if I see the application data, you can see we have written this one, and this is how it looks like. So for example, if you would like to replace data with say capital data, right? So we can do seed and like we have data, and you can replace with data, and you can give application log here. You can see now this data that you are seeing, like this data and this data is being replaced, like everything has been replaced now here. Similarly, you can do with the error as well. So if you would like to replace, let's say, error, so if you would like to replace the error with success, you can also do that. Success, then here you can see the error that we had it here, it has been replaced by success. So that is how the stream editor works. So let's say what is next set of command. Short and unique we already saw. Linux pipe, I think this is the most important thing that you should be knowing, because in real life scenario you have to rely on multiple commands, and this is how you will sort of add multiple commands and combine these two commands that you are seeing here. So pipe connects the output of one command to another command. So here we can take an example. Can again clear the screen. We have ls, right? So let's do cat. If we do ls, let's do, yeah, you have ls, right? You do the ls minus l, and this is the output. Now if you would like to seed, like search only, like grab only Ubuntu, then this is how you can just grab command and then you'd write Ubuntu. What it will do, what it does is it will display all the rows that has this Ubuntu in it. So let's see that. So you have it here, right here. Now let's do only for root. So you can do, we have only root. This is helpful when you are running some, let's say you're running some process and you have to grab a Java process or some other process that is running on some port. You can grab that process and get the process ID and you kill them. So this is how you use the pipe command. Here we can take another example. We have a CSV file. We already have a CSV file here, this one, customer data CSV here. And let's say inside customer data, I'm sure we have country as well. So if you'd like to see the customer from, let's say, Germany, then the way you do it, you do like cat and customer data and then grep, and you do Germany. And you can also do -i just to avoid the, just to ignore the case capital or small character. So we don't have anything in Germany. Okay, let's say, do we have anything in India? Okay, we have, okay, you have Indiana. Yeah, so it is doing a general search, and Malta and all sort of things here, Switzerland. Yeah, you get the point, right? So it is searching the character where you have this India, and it display the rows. So this is how the cat pipe command works. Next, you can also take a look, same with the awk command. It will also do the same thing. Next set of command is going to be disk and system monitoring. This is also important, especially for DevOps. So first command, if you execute df command, then it will just give you the disk related information, but it's not a human readable form. To make it human readable, you will do df -h. Now it is more human readable. So for example, here you can see We have one disk and the size is this one. Used size is 2.7, available is 1.2. Yeah, 70% is being used. So this will give you overall status of your free disk and size. Another command is do command, do -h. It will give you like all the information and size about your present directory. So yeah, what else? You have free -h, free -h. So total memory size it will give. So if I get a little bit smaller, so you have memory size this one. Yeah, available is this one, so not easy to read, but yeah, here. So total memory size is 943 MB, and this is the used, and free is this one. So this is how you can check the memories inside your server. Next command is for monitoring. Use stop command, and this will give you the summary of what are the tasks are running and all such things. Another similar command is stop. So this is more advanced. So here you can see you have the more readable and in improved UI. So CPU usage, memory usage, and you can see we are running this Ubuntu process, and it's some of the processes are running by root user. So this is how it is being. You can use this data for your monitoring. Another set of command is related to networking. So ping command is used to check some remote server connection, whether you are able to connect to remote server or not. So if I close the connection, then you can see 5 packet transmitted, 5 received, 0 loss. That means we are able to connect to our Google IP, and this is how you can check any remote server, whether you have access or connectivity or not. Another command is curl. Curl everybody knows, because this is how we are making API calls. By default it's a get, but for post and all you can just do -x and then the post. In our case I will just execute this command. It's quite simple. This is a GitHub API, and it will give you, not this one, it will just give you the response from http get and current user URL, this one, and all such things. So if I go to the next command, wget and ssh. Wget is just to download some files from internet. Use this one. You might have used this wget a lot. In case you would like to download some software or something, you use this one. SSH, similarly, SSH command to connect your EC2 machine and some remote server, and it will get connected to port 22, and this is also very important and useful command. SCP command is being used to copy some files from your remote server, from your remote machine to your remote server. So here you can see I have this. You can give any name of your file that you are currently would like to transfer to the server. This is the user and the server IP, and this is the folder where it has to be. This file will be transferred to this folder. Permission command we already saw at the very beginning. So basically when you do ls-l, you have all set of permissions here. So first set of permission is for the owner, second is for the group, and third one is for the guest or others. So that is how you will control the permission. I already mentioned read is 4, write is 2, and 1 is for execute. So yeah, if you would like to give full permission, then you do like a change mode and you do 777. That is, you are going to give full permission to the owner and the group and the guest, and you can give the file name like application log. And now if I do ls-l, you can see we have like full permission for application and log to the owner, of course, and the group, and also for the guest or others. So that is how you control the permission. You can also change the group. For example, you can run this command, change owner, and it will change the owner for this one. Basically you need to use sudo command for this thing. Compression commands, this is how you zip and unzip files. So basically C is for create and V for verbose, and F for like you give the file name, and then finally this folder, all the file inside the folder is being compressed, and you will get like a data.tar, and on zip you can execute this one. A real world scenario we already saw. For example, we have this CSV file here, CSV file, right? We can simply check the number of lines in the CSV file, customer, and yeah, these are the number of files that it has. Trailing log I already mentioned. In case you are on the log server and you would like to check the live log or the latest log, you can use this command and it will kind of give you the streaming of the latest logs. Find command we already saw, like how to use grep. Cut we already saw, and this is the delimiter, and these are the third column from the user, and this is how you extract the email. Yeah, these are the important commands that we saw in this video, and this was more focused on the data engineering side because you need to deal with a huge set of data, and knowing this command is really crucial for data engineers, because many times you cannot even open this. If you have like let's say 2 GB file size of log or CSV file, you cannot even open these things in our editor. So you need some command or tool like grep, or let's say tail and awk command and cut command and seed to perform your search and operation. And you can check what are the files are there, how many records are there. Accordingly you can filter the data. So hope this video has given you some insight about how you can modify the data, how you can search data inside a file. You can create some folder files, navigation, changing the permission or such kind of thing. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.